Hey guys, usually I don't come on this early in the day, but I'm trying to reschedule things, get going a little earlier with some live shows, and this is more of me recording a video live. So, a lot of you guys have asked me my opinion on a certain new topic. Well, I don't know how new you call it. You guys know what Channel Awesome is, right? It's a really long-standing YouTube channel. They actually have a big website where they've produced content. You could say they paved the way for a lot of like movie critics slash reaction videos on YouTube. Maybe. Don't get mad at me if I describe that wrong, but a lot of you may know who they are. If you've ever seen the Nostalgia Critic, which a lot of us have, I think it's okay, man. I typically don't think that one dude is too funny personally, but I still thought the Nostalgia Critic was pretty good, the way they wrote it and all that, and I've watched it on and off for years. Okay, so if you don't know, there's this thing called #ChangeTheChannel. Now, some people will call it a Me Too movement of YouTube, like OG YouTubers. Some people. And that's an accurate way to describe it. Don't get mad at me. That's the truth. So, you got a giant YouTube channel called... excuse me. Oh, oh, I got a cold or something. Damn. Anyway. You got a giant YouTube channel. This is live, remember? Where they take a lot of different creators and take all their content and host them. That way, those creators, they may be giving like free content to Channel Awesome, but you want to know something? The hardest part of YouTube is getting started, and that's the truth, man. I sat here for like 9 months or 8 months or something, pumping out videos under 1,000 subs. 3-4 videos a day sometimes, 100-200 views. Imagine doing that for the majority of a year. Never knowing if you're going to go anywhere. Now, I'm fortunate, I suppose, or maybe I'm lucky, maybe I'm talented. I don't know what I am. It's up to you guys to decide, but I started to get views, and I've gotten a lot of subscribers since then, in my opinion. My subscriber count rivals hers, Movie Nights, where she used to work for Channel Awesome, and I think she's one of the pushers of this Channel Awesome fiasco. So they wrote up a giant Google Doc that says there was some like harassment going on, and there was a lot of mismanaging of Channel Awesome back when they worked there, and they give a 70-page document full of nitpicks. Some of them are more than nitpicks. I'm admitting it. I'm okay for representing it how it is. In fact, I urge you not to go read the Google Doc because it'll take you forever. It's huge. But search for some of your favorite YouTubers because I bet they've talked about this. And like I said, I've got a lot of questions since this started to come out asking what my thoughts were. And I don't like emailing 100 people the same thing, so I'm just going to tell you right now, okay? One of my favorite YouTubers to keep up with like YouTube news, gaming news, you know, movie and comic book news, all the cool news like that, right? One of my favorite YouTubers is Tipster. He's been in one of my other videos, right? He's been covering this from the beginning, so I got my updates on Change the Channel from Tipster. Long story short, my opinion completely differs from Tipster's opinion. And that doesn't happen too often, and it sucks that I make videos when my opinion differs from his opinion, but I don't hear a lot of people saying this, what I'm about to say. Okay, I know, I've dragged it out, I'm sorry. I'm about to tell you that I reserve judgment after there's been, you know, and I could be missing pieces of this puzzle, but I reserve judgment after, you know, a result of something, okay? And I'm going to pull up your live chat, let you weigh in the video in just a minute, so don't think I'm going to leave you out of this. So one way you can kind of judge how much everyone's thinking of a channel is going to Social Blade, typing in the name of the channel. So we'll type in Channel Awesome, click it. Now, they'll show you how many subscribers they gain every day, how many video views they get every day, and Channel Awesome's is in the red. Bad. A lot of people have read the document or heard YouTubers talk about it, and they go straight to Channel Awesome and unsubscribe. Now, from what I can see, most of the accusations go against the CEO, which is not Doug Walker or the guy with the glasses, the nostalgia critic. Now, there are accusations towards him, but what I read and saw was that none of the real creepy accusations were against Doug Walker. Please correct me when I pull up the live chat if I'm wrong there, because Tipster just updated us, if you watch Tipster, that Doug Walker is possibly leaving Channel Awesome, which I thought he started the damn thing. I guess I was wrong. You know, I'm crazy. I'm too busy covering mysteries, so this stuff escapes me sometimes. But long story short, all I think we have right now is a PDF file that has a few really bad instances sprinkled in and a lot of bad business decisions sprinkled in. Now, I'm on the camp, and I'm sorry to say this, I'm on the camp of, if you had that big of a, you know, if you were that disgruntled by the way Channel Awesome handled it, I'm on the camp that says you should have just left. I think that if you decide to stay and continue to participate in Channel Awesome, and if you listen to her, and I'm sorry I don't know her name, but it just says Movie Nights, or else I'd say her name. If you listen to her describe things, she in the whole first, like, what, 5 minutes of the video, 10 minutes, I don't know, she only describes these little nitpicky things, like they didn't want me to put my Patreon link in, and they made me cry when they told me to take it off, and I didn't understand why. And when I went to do the movie, the anniversary movies, they didn't pay us. Yeah, they flew us there, they just didn't compensate us. They didn't even give us DVDs. These are the type of things where back then I would have just left Channel Awesome and tried to have it on my own, okay? Because isn't it like sucky now that way down the line, like way later, now they're doing all of this after they've all left Channel Awesome. They've all got their following now from working with Channel Awesome. Now they're going to, you know, nitpick on all these really bad things. Now, personally, what about the other things, UNIRock? What about the really bad accusations? Okay, I'll tell you why I'm not looking into those right now. I'm not the type of person that would sit here until they've taken them to court and pressed criminal charges. I'm not the kind of person who would make that kind of judgment. You know, I'm not saying they're lying. I believe they're 100% truthful. I just feel like, you know, maybe like us jumping on this huge bandwagon right now is a little early, was my thought. Now, I do need to say this. A lot of you are going to attack me. A lot of you are going to flip out and unsubscribe or something if you feel differently than me, which if you want to, whatevs, man. I wish my subs, the majority of my subs always disagree with me. We always have little things we disagree about, and we get along anyway. So if you have to go because you disagree with me, there's a button right below the video for you. But one thing that bothered me was that comments are disabled for this video. Now, I don't know how you feel about videos that have comments disabled for those videos, and I've had a lot of thumbs downs on some of my old videos, but I'm not the kind of person that deletes comments, and I'm not the kind of person that disables comments. I've seen some really bad stuff written about my videos in the past, and I don't care, man. Yeah, I want them to write their opinion in the comments. It's not our, you know, place to, you know, delete them. One thing she mentioned was something about he stopped deleting comments that were bad in my comments, and I'm like, people do that? See, this is how naive of a YouTuber I really am, okay? That's why I always say I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a Twitch streamer that makes badass videos. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm being cocky. I'm just doing that on purpose. Long story short, I'm not saying that they're lying, and I want to make sure that's clear. I'm not saying that the document is not worth looking into. It sure is, especially if you paid attention to this stuff. But to answer the majority of your questions asking me, what do I think? Will I unsubscribe from Channel Awesome? Will I ever watch their stuff again? You know, I don't really have a lot of time to watch their stuff. I make my own stuff. It takes all day and all night. So that's that problem solved. And to answer the questions about will I unsubscribe, I'm not subscribed. I do go watch their stuff from here and there and catch up, but I don't stay subscribed because I don't know, man. It's just not my bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like I'm my own critic. I'm my own nostalgia critic, you know. So, but maybe you're different because you aren't a creator. And when I used to watch YouTube, I'm gonna say this: I would have subbed. But anyway, I'm probably missing pieces to this story. But here's my deal: I wish she would have started off, because I want to hear it straight out of the person. I want to go to the person that's making the claim, and she straight says she's the person that started the Google Doc. Yeah, other people collabed, but she started this Google Doc. I wish they would have left out all the stupid bickering, because it makes a lot of people not take their other accusations seriously. I want to say this. This is a free country. The company that they went to, Channel Awesome, knew that they were giving them a huge break by exposing them to a lot of subscribers, a lot of viewers, when they would have never had that exposure ever if they wouldn't have, you know, worked with Channel Awesome. They basically jumped them in the YouTube game, and it worked. You've got 40K subs, okay? Problem here is you can't, like, stay at the company for all that time and then act like, oh my god, it was so bad. And I have that same problem with other instances that don't involve crimes. Let me put that out there right now. If it doesn't involve a crime, if it involves a crime, it's a completely different scenario. Now, maybe Channel Awesome's debates does involve a crime, but all that needs to be proven in court before all of us jump on it. This is a free country. That's people's rights. If you want people to believe you, you can't go around judging people off of rumors until they've been substantiated. I'm going to bring up the live chat. Now, this is my initial response. If this video gets a lot of comments, a lot of emails that says, we want to know what you think about this now, UNIRock, but you left out the biggest, you know, part, this UNIRock. That's why some people want to go down in the comments and be like, bro, you don't know nothing about that shit. And I'm like, bro, what do you mean? This is why I did the video, so my subs will inform me. You know, this is my second channel, guys. I spend so much time working on the main channel. All these other things, I'm not an expert here, but I am going to give my opinion because you wanted it. So let's bring up the live chat. Tell me what you think if you have an opinion. And you know what? Regardless of what we think now, I do think it's important to pay attention to this, but I'll tell you that after I look at the live chat. Let's jump over. Here we go. All right. I'm only going to read comments that pertain to this. Normally, I'd sit and talk with you guys for a while. I'm only going to read comments that pertain to this situation because anyone that watches the playback, I don't want to hear them sit and hear me gab about crap with you. But tonight, I'm doing a live dive. I'm going to tell you all about it, and it's going to be a good one. And in about 2 hours on UNIRock, the new video is releasing. Enough shameless promotion in my own videos. Koro Gainamek, and I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. I am horrible at pronunciating things. Well, Doug and crew were never very professional about their site. They kind of should have known it was run by a bunch of amateurs. I agree. Kuru, bro. Yes, it was run by amateurs. They're just regular people that made a website, made their own videos, and it got popular. Yes, and they were nice enough to then look. The Nostalgia Critic was big enough, if you go look at its views, to pull that entire channel. They didn't need all that other stuff. And I think a lot of people are losing sight of the fact that this company did not have to have a bunch of other people come in to make the website work or to make the Nostalgia Critic work. The Nostalgia Critic was, you know, he could have sat there with his own YouTube channel, and I know he was before monetization, but as soon as monetization hit, he could have just made his money, banked it, saved it, invested some, bam, badoo, 10 years later, he retires and lives the rest of his life fine. You get what I'm saying there? But I get what you're saying. Jennifer, hey, what's up, buddy? She says, I hate comment disabled. I do too. My God, that pisses me off. if you want to speak on a controversial topic, it's my opinion, you should be ready for some controversial feedback. And that's probably why. I guarantee you those comments weren't disabled in the beginning. I guarantee they were disabled because a lot of people typed what I'm saying down in the comments, like, these are just accusations. Did this go to court? Was something proven? Did you sue him? Did you make criminal charges yet? Because I think if you look at the Nostalgia Critics views right now, or let's just go to Channel Awesome really quick. They still have over 1 million subscribers. Now this is gonna suck. What's gonna suck for them is that if they keep losing subscribers at the rate they're going, yeah, they could very possibly be under 1 million subscribers in the next 7 days to 10 days. Very possibly. Now it could take like a month if it keeps going down. I don't think it will. But anyway, let me click here and take a look. So yeah, Nostalgia Critic always gets about 1 million views. Other videos, 86,000. The Nostalgia Critic, 800,000. This is just from a week ago though, and 4 days ago, okay? Just a few days, almost 1 million. Other episodes, 50,000. And that's a common thing throughout the entirety of Channel Awesome, all right? Channel Awesome wouldn't be Channel Awesome without this Nostalgia Critic. What am I trying to say there? I'm trying to say that, let's say someone comes and works for me. If they find out I'm an asshole, it's their right to either leave then, or, you know, they don't just sit here and work with me for another 10 years and then complain about how much of a dick I was for 10 years after they've gained the benefits of working with me for 10 years. Now, I will say, if you work with me for 10 years, all you're going to get is a couple slices of pizza and a headache, so don't try it. Anyway, I'm being too silly. Yeah, now that's why those comments are disabled. They are disabled, honestly. I just saw somebody type, you know, why disable them? Yeah, it's because they got they got attacked on this. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Okay, where did it go? Oh, it's behind it. Okay. Glad you did too. Anytime watching UNIRock live or after is awesome. Thanks, Erica. You're awesome. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Paige says, some people have more time and energy for this. I don't, especially when I can do research and unsubscribe or just spread word to warn others. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Thanks for pointing out internet comment etiquette. I've been watching all of his vids. Me too, bro. He's so funny. It's so entertaining. UNIRock that. FreemanTV.com. One says that oh, where was I don't want to miss anyone. Hey Trey, what's up, my bro? Good to see you. One says that Hewer Consciousness Chan you use for the event info uploads other people's material no matter what it says too. Oh gosh, I did not know that. I'll have to look into that one. Okay. Says people from her own car. I know we should just in this position for you sharing access denied to go over here, but what? I don't know, bro. I'm sorry. Good morning, Uni. Check into the Brian Austin Lambert 33 channel for a cool playlist. Will do, my friend. Will do. I'll look it up after this. Let me get down here. Freeman bugs me. He's disingenuous and seems slimy. Yeah, I'm not sure who Freeman is, Faithful. Bombard's body language disables comments. In the meantime, Mr. Caddy allows comments, but bitches about them. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like Bombard's body language, personally. For some reason, the newest Nostalgia Critic isn't on Channel Awesome YouTube channel, but on Vimeo now. Oh, whoa. So the rumors may be true. So the rumor is that the dude that, you know, is the Nostalgia Critic left Channel Awesome. On his Facebook, he changed his status from works at Channel Awesome to worked at Channel Awesome, past tense. That's what Tipster said. I want to make sure I'm shouting out the Tipster, because the Tipster's the one that keeps me up to date on all the cool YouTube and video game good news. So if you want that kind of update, subscribe to the Tipster. Okay, I did my job, right? All right. Tipster, bro. Fist bump. Yeah, man, you know, long story short, I'm going to wait longer before I make up my mind. It does not mean that I'm going to forgive any of this bad stuff that happened. And I will say this, though. I don't care about a single bit of the grievance stuff in that document. Not one bit. It's basically in one ear, out the other, and floating out to China. Because seriously, I don't think that it's... I think that as an honorable human being, if I make the decision to sit through the you know, harassment and all these bad things about a partnership, if I make the decision to sit through it, it's my decision. It's on me. The minute I go and try to turn everybody against them later, it shows that instead of me doing the right thing, which was speaking up then, regardless of how it would affect my career, and this is not me talking about the Channel Awesome thing, this is my thought in general, please. Like I said, there could be a couple details of this I'm missing. You know, I'm always going to leave room for the possibility of before this ends, but you have to, you know, I try to do the right thing, and I try to be what I would see as an honorable, good person. I think we all do, right? And I don't see that as honorable or good, to sit and make the active decision knowing all these things that she's stating that she knew a very long time ago, and then, you know, kind of mucking through it and being like, well, once I get up to 50K subs, I'll just throw them under the bus and roll out. And the first thing she says is how appreciative she is to be in the position of having the exposure of Channel Awesome. And in my opinion, I don't think you are appreciative in any way, because, you know, in the very least, you should have just listed the major grievance and left all the little stuff out. Because, and I want to say because, so let me say it before you attack me. I say this because most of the comments, most of the stuff that people I see centering on right now are all those little things. It was the adding up of all the little grievances that turned a lot of people's opinions on Channel Awesome. The big grievances, the ones that only should have been listed, I think are more directed at specific people. So I don't think it would have affected Channel Awesome per se as much as that person resigns, Channel Awesome goes on as Channel Awesome. Get where I'm coming from, right? If it's proven to be true in a court of law, right? Okay. This whole PR thing, this whole, you know, me too, you know, 20 years later, I'll just, you know, go out and you know, not have evidence now, but try to turn everybody against you in the public. Yes, when you're doing it against someone who is, you know, there's a few examples where I think it's justified, but for the most part, I think, you know, it's not. I know I'm a dick for thinking that. Not really. Not really. I think that we should give people the whole innocent until proven guilty thing. And that's what I'm doing with Channel Awesome. But I'm not forgiving any of the big stuff. Okay, I said it all, right? Yeah. I want you guys to understand, it's okay if you disagree with me, because we're not the same person. You don't subscribe to me because you are UNIRock. You subscribe to me because you like what I do. So if there's something you disagree with, go ahead and unsub if you think it's necessary. But in all reality, I want to hear what you think. Instead of unsubbing, you can still unsub. Write me, though. Try to change my mind if you disagree with me, because I'm going to tell you right now, you guys have changed my minds about a million things. Now, even if you change my mind, though, by dropping some big bombshell that I didn't know about, I want to warn you, it will still not make them dropping all those little tiny things they bitched about any more forgivable, honorable, or whatever. And also, you know, if they want to bitch about all those tiny little things, they should delete their channels, because, you know, they went through that to earn what they have, right? All right, I'm jumping, guys. Okay, what I got to tell you about tonight. So, at 3:30 Eastern Time, in approximately 2 hours, the UNIRock video is scheduled to release. And there's a reason I have to do that, and I'm going to tell you about it tonight in the live dive, because at the live dive tonight, I tweeted out a graphic, and I want to show you this, because it's important that all YouTube creators know what I'm about to say. This is after a lot of intense research by me and a lot of other people into YouTube tags and fighting the internet algorithm bot. Let me show you this picture. I'm going to shut up really soon, I promise. This one. Right there. Take a look. Okay. If you notice, this is my last video. See how it's yellow and it has about 7,000 views, right? Every other video I did on this topic was green, and it immediately went up to around 30 to 50,000 in the first day. Now, I'm going to tell you, every single time I get that yellow icon, this happens. And I finally figured out why. And also, through months and months and months of research and testing the algorithm, I have figured out how to avoid that yellow demon sign. I don't even call it demonetization anymore. I call it the demon sign. I attest to you, I can fix your demonetization problems and get your videos back into the suggested search. And if you don't believe me, go to my channel and take a look at my views for my last 6 videos. Leave out the last one. I purposely demonetized it to test my theory and have finally confirmed everything that I have. Oh my goodness, YouTube's. Right? Anyway, go, if you don't believe me, go to my videos, look at my last published videos. Back to Wonderland 1. 130,000, the next one's 61, the next one's 66, the next one's 50, and then yesterday's is 6 when it should be more towards 20 or 30, right? Okay. I'll go ahead and give you a sneak peek of what I'm going to tell you, just in case you have a video you want to drop between now and the live dive tonight around 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern time, because I don't want to be a dick to you guys, and some of you may be publishing a video. The UNIRock video that I'm publishing today, I have uploaded and set it scheduled so that the algorithm has time to go in and scan the whole thing. What I've found is YouTube will demonetize certain videos for certain keywords and certain title words and certain content in the video. Now, if you watch what you say and censor yourself, if you censor your tags and your title and keep out any word that you know is going to trigger the algorithm, you'll still be monetized. Why is it we get less views? YouTube says they let our video be just as searchable when it's monetized compared to demonetized. They are right, though. It is just as searchable, but it's not put into the suggested videos. And I've proven this with my last videos. All the traffic from my last videos, all this massive traffic came from, like, in your YouTube feed. Just when you log in, you'll see my video on your feed. When you type in Wonderland or like Fifth Avenue or any of the keywords with those videos will come up high, right? Because they got a lot of views very quickly. The reason the last video didn't is because I put a single keyword in my tags that I knew would trip monetization. It was the word deep state. It always trips monetization. I don't know why, but it does. And I put it in there on purpose so that I would be able to test if I would get a lot less videos on a lot less views on a video if it had a tripped keyword. What does this mean for all of us creators? It means if you want your video to do well at all, you're going to have to tag it, title it, about section it, and content in a way that YouTube isn't going to catch those things. You're going to have to upload it to YouTube and set it to publish for a while later. Why do you have to upload it to YouTube and set it to publish for a while later? Because one thing I've noticed and couldn't figure out, it started during the adpocalypse in the Vegas thing. My videos would be green when I uploaded them, so I'd publish them, but then they'd turn yellow, then back to green, back to yellow, back to green, and stay green. And they'd be monetized, but they'd have horrible views. And then I'd have the same thing happen if it was stayed yellow. What I realized is the YouTube algorithm is making many passes on a video in the first few hours you upload it. Now, it's going to take some research to find out how long you have to let a video sit. But starting with this video, this one, I uploaded it and gave it overnight to let the algorithm hit it. I did the same thing with every one of the videos up to the last one. And I finally have confirmation here. While the algorithm is searching the video, it's not counting a lot of that viralness that's happening because it's still scanning it a bunch. And since sometimes the algorithm decides to scan it like a few more times, any of the stuff that's happening in the beginning is what makes your video pushed out viral. So that's not happening until it's finished scanning, which can take a few hours. Therefore, you're losing the most key integral part of your video's view cycle because of the algorithm scanning over and over and over and over again. Now, if you just upload your video, schedule it for 10 hours later to publish, I'm testing my new video to see, and it won't matter if it gets a lot of views or not. What's going to matter is if I see it in the suggested tab and if I see it in the YouTube front tab like I did every one of the other of my videos, you see? So it's not going to matter. Some of you will say, oh, just because it got less views, you think this UNIRock? No, actually, not just because it got less views, because it got less views and because of where the traffic came from was different than the others. It should have been the same, at least generally. All the other ones were. And tonight, I think, I only gave this one a 4-hour scan in the algorithm. I'm hoping 4 hours is enough for the algorithm to make up its mind on demonetization. Because this last video I just put up today should be monetized. It should hit all those places I just said. And 4 hours really should be enough from all my testing to see that monetization and the algorithm will finish their scans, okay? So if you're a content creator, the best advice I can give you is to schedule your uploads to make sure the algorithm is finished scanning that thing before you release it to your audience, so that when YouTube sees its release, they start counting the traffic to see how high they're going to push that video up the algorithm. And you want that algorithm to be done scanning before it pushes it out. Okay. Best thing I could ever give you guys was that piece of information. And my goodness, it's taken months and months and months of me uploading and uploading and uploading and trying different things and figuring out what keywords will get you in trouble and figuring out what you can say in your videos that the algorithm will hit, right? It sucks that we're censored in this way, but we are. And the best thing we can do right now is to continue to band together and continue to find ways to have YouTube make up their mind to stop this, or to try to fight it and work around it so that we have a chance on YouTube also. Because all of us should have a chance on YouTube if it's named YouTube. If they cannot fix this, I once again attest, and I'm asking YouTube to either fix their algorithm, let it be fair across the board, or change your name to something else, because YouTube just don't cut it when it comes to that. Till the next time I see you, be nice in those comments, y'all. Those are people on the other side, and you should always be kind. Just never be afraid to speak your mind, and I'll see you in the next one. That means UNIRock. Thanks, you guys. Like I said, sorry to cut back in, but tonight on the live dive, I'm going to hit a few different topics. I'm also going to reveal all my findings in a professional way at the beginning of the video to try to help other creators keep their videos in the algorithm, because your hard work shouldn't be rewarded with a big yellow sign, no money, and no chance at all to get viewed, right? See you guys later. Supposed to change when I do that. There it went.